Hello, and welcome to the channel. My name is Teeter, and today we're continuing on with some Balatro. Last time on the channel we were... Oh, I still have a run in progress. Let's ignore this. Oops. Let's go ahead and start a new run. Last time on the channel we were playing on the black deck, I believe. It's been a couple weeks though. So we've made a little bit of progress, if you can't tell. So I was able to beat some of these runs on stream. But we were really just going through all the decks on the simplest difficulties and kind of going to the next difficulty as we went. So it looks like the next one we have to play is the Zodiac deck. And we'll go ahead and play on the red stake. Diving right in. Let's see. I think I'll just chase flushes in the beginning. It's just kind of what I tend to do at the start of most runs, just because all the way up through gold ante, or gold stake rather, your first three blinds are all 300, 450, and 600 chip thresholds. So you can pretty consistently make your way there with just those hands like a flush. Not the best jokers I could have found in that pack. Take an extra discard though. Could skip for easy money there, but I think I'd rather see a shop if possible. Ooh, 4 clubs. Hopefully we get one more diamond. Oh boy, we got all kinds of diamonds. Lucky card, straight flush. I guess we'll just skip for now. Hopefully we can make it to 600 without needing a third or a second joker. Keep chasing flushes because they've been treating us pretty well. I'll just discard for diamonds since I have the most diamonds. In my hand, I meant. And there we go. We did it in 2. I'm hanging on to this temperance card. This is going to give us money per the value of our jokers, and the sooner I get more jokers, the sooner this will give us more money. The shops have not been very forthcoming with jokers though. I don't know how much further I can get without kind of strong arming a joker. We'll try one more round. Hopefully I can make it to 800 without relying on a joker. The game keeps being generous by giving me flushes every time I discard, then I think we'll be okay, but usually a pretty lucky situation. Can we get 2 clubs? No, we actually got 4 hearts, so now I'm going to consult the deck to see. We have about an even number of hearts and clubs left, but just because I only need one more heart, I'll discard the clubs and stuff. There we go. And maybe we'll get 2 diamonds after we play this hand. Unfortunate. Diamonds or clubs? We actually have more clubs in the deck than diamonds. We'll hope for a club flush. And we got it. This never happens, I promise you. We made it to 800 with no jokers. Well, I guess we had an extra discard in there. And contains a pair. I mean, we're going to start needing malt, so maybe I'll start playing pair hands. So 1 pair would be 10 times 10. That's 100, which isn't really that much, but it would also add the value of our cards. So there's that. 2 pair would be also times 10. 3 of a kind contains a pair, technically. Full houses do. So plus 8 malt really isn't groundbreaking, but we kind of need... Actually, no, we can just use the popcorn. This goes away after 5 turns, but I'm hoping... Or 5 rounds, rather. Start with 20, and then it decrements to 16, then 12, 8, 4, 0. So you only get it for 5 active turns, then it goes away, but it may buy us some time to get to another shop and find more jokers. I'm gonna go ahead and open this pack as well. See what kind of boosts we get in here. Turns out, thinking the glass, this is a card that has a chance to break, but we'll also give you malt when scored. Have a chance to boost one of our jokers or convert 3 things into hearts. Given that we're chasing flushes, I wouldn't mind kind of front loading maybe diamonds into hearts. The reason I do that is because there's a few cards in the game that specifically look for black cards, or that can smear cards to be the same color. So I don't really want to bleed clubs and spades into hearts and diamonds. I kind of want to keep them separated. And eventually, you know, if I have the option to, I might convert diamonds into either clubs or spades as well, which I know kind of contradicts what I just said, but there's one specific card in the game that allows you to, it gives you a malt if you have only black cards in your hand. So the more black cards you have, you know, the more likely it is that you can accomplish that. But we're not really building around that just yet, just something to be kind of cognizant of. Right now we have a full house, so we have a pair of 7s and 3 3s, so I'm going to go ahead and submit this. This will contain a pair, but that's not really relevant anymore, because we have this strengthy popcorn. Strengthy? Strong. It'll go ahead and win the round. Play cards with diamond suit, give +3 malt when scored. It's a good thing that I literally just started getting rid of diamonds, but that's okay. Convert more cards to hearts, give cards more chips basically, give cards more malt, or destroy cards. I think I'll just turn more diamonds into hearts. And I guess I'll save my money, we're doing okay. Must play 5 cards. Sounds like you want me to play a flush, and I will. 5 cards, all the same suit. We almost did it in one hand as well. Let's see if we can't get another spade. And this will crush it. You might notice I increased my animation speed since the last run we did. I've been playing this a lot on stream. I've had some people coming in saying that they're used to the game being played at faster speeds. So it was like disorienting to watch my stream and have it be slower than, I guess, usual. I'm going to buy Riff Raff, so this creates 2 common jokers. We'll see how much this boosts Temperance. Temperance only sees $7 across these right now, but maybe that will change. Could buy the Misprint for a chance to get between 0 and 23 malt on every hand. But I'm going to just ride out my popcorn for now, and we'll see how it treats us. Initial cards in booster pack in the next shop are free. Now, you're not really supposed to skip as you get into, well, it's usually just best practice not to skip unless you're playing a certain deck that allows for it. But I'm always tempted when I see certain things like this, because especially when I don't have a lot of money, I like to maybe get some things that I could either sell, like we could get jokers and sell them, or we can really just get, if there's like a rare joker or something that appears, we could get it for free, even if we don't have any money. So this is tempting, but I'll be a good boy and play it through. Egg gains $3 of sell value at the end of a round. Okay, so this is perfect, because this will add to the amount that Temperance sees. If we keep this for a handful of rounds, we could kind of cash out with our Temperance card and get a big benefit. 100 chips if your hand, a played hand contains a straight. Well, how close are we to a straight? Ace, king, queen, we would need a jack and a 10. 9, 8, 7, we could use a 10 and a 6, or a 6 and a 5, or a 10 and a jack. So that one's a little bit more forgiving. I guess we can chase a straight on 7, 8, 9. You would get a higher value straight out of ace, king, queen, jack, 10 by having to rely specifically on jack and 10, as opposed to a combination of cards is a little bit more risky. So we will just discard until we see what we want to see. Here's a 6. Now we have to hope for a 10. Doesn't really matter what I'm discarding here. I'm just kind of trying to filter through my hand. Oh, and look, now we have 5 through jack. So we'll start at the jack because it's a higher ranking card than something like a 6. This will give 10 chips, whereas down here we would only get an extra 6. This identifies the straight, so it should give us the bonus of an extra 100 chips, and then we still have the 12 malt from the popcorn that should kind of pop off. Unintended. And our egg gained $3 of sell value, so then temperance will be worth even more. Convert cards to clubs. I'd be willing to do that, but we'd have to be able to use one of our other cards first. I will upgrade flushes as well. Just had to do quick maths in my head that I wouldn't go broke doing all of this. So sometimes when I want to use the cards in the top corner here, I'll actually open a pack like this so that I can have the option to use the cards on the cards that appear here. Unfortunately, I don't really have any cards I want to convert to hearts, so I think we'll just sell this for now, because I do want to convert more cards to clubs than I do hearts for the long run. Because again, I tend to prefer to have black cards in my deck, just given that there's a few jokers that lean more toward black cards that I have in my arsenal than ones that lean toward cards like diamonds and hearts. Honestly, I'm not really enamored by any of these. We're not really looking for any specific card. I could turn the heart card into like a black card or whatever, but I think we'll just try Wheel of Fortune and see what we get. Oh, we get boosted riffraff. Okay, well, thank you. And I guess we'll just create another planet card. Oh, it was for flush. Look at that. Okay, so it worked out. Now, we'll get this moon card. This was kind of what it was all about. And we'll move right along. Skip for a foil joker? I don't think so. Hello. We just come right into a full house. I won't say no. I will say, because I didn't discard any jokers, riffraff didn't create anything new, so maybe I'll get rid of the drunkard. Not really worth a lot. Devious joker's okay, but we're not really focusing on straights. Although right now we have ace 2 3 4, so if we get ourselves a 5, we can just play yet another straight. Problem is, again, and apparently I discarded my ace. Oops. The problem is, again, we're relying on seeing a very specific card. But why am I still discarding the ace? What am I doing? Oh, it's just reordering. Okay, I thought I was doing something wrong. I was I was confused for a second. So yeah, we literally just need a 5, and we don't get it across, you know, even an extra discard. So that's kind of why I don't like relying on straights specifically. It just seems kind of difficult to make them. Well, they're especially difficult to make when they're kind of on the end of the numerical spectrum. Like ace, king, queen, jack requires a 10 specifically. You have 4 10s in your whole deck. Whereas if you have a straight that's in the middle, like, I don't know, 8 through, or I guess low to high would be like 3 through 8 or 3 through 7, something like that. Then you could get, you know, a 2 and an ace on one side, or you can get the 8 and a 9 on the other side, or you can get a combo of those, as we were seeing before. So your options for cards are kind of expanded, I guess, when it comes to that. Okay, so good timing. We got the 15 malt banana right at the time when the popcorn's gonna expire, so we will sell the popcorn for the banana. I think I also want to sell drunkard and devious joker, just so riffraff creates us a different set of jokers. And I will open the arcana pack just in case we can get more money somehow. We can get the hermit, which doubles our money. Now, ideally I would have known or opened this first, but I don't think I would have had the funds to. But then we could have used temperance at a higher value and then doubled it. I'm still going to do this because this will get us up to $17, and then this will give us double that. Now we just got kind of our economy online pretty quickly. Also, I can replace that joker I just had with this voucher, so not an awful move. And I do want to create 2 jokers for free with riffraff, so I think we're going to pass on the jumbo pack for now. The joker pack, rather. 2 pretty decent jokers. The ice cream joker gives us chips. It kind of works like popcorn does, but it gives us chips instead, and every hand we played makes this go down as opposed to every round like the popcorn. This has our malt online. This is also giving us chips. And then this says played face cards give +5 malt. Not really something that I want to rely on, but also not the worst joker in the world to have gotten. So I think that means that we'll win in one hand. Just because of this malt here and the malt from that. Oh yeah. Worth noting, this banana has a chance to be destroyed. However, once it's destroyed, it adds a chance to see a special banana in the shop that instead of adding malt, it will multiply your malt, which is always useful to see. This is a temporary source of chips, whereas this is a permanent source of chips. This is reliant on you adding cards to your deck, though, in order to scale it over time. But this will consistently give you about the same amount of chips as the ice cream. But I do want to keep the ice cream for now. I don't really care about the smiley for now. Actually, I do want Riff Raff to create new jokers as well, so I think I lied. I'm going to hold for now. We still will get the Arcana pack. I always open these in hopes of finding money. There are 2 Arcana or Tarot packs that can give you money. It's the one that allows you to double the money that you already have, and then there's one that will give you the value of all of your jokers. Create a glass card. The temporary cards enhance 2 to be lucky. I think we'll do that. I would like to get planet cards, but we've only got room for 1, so it seems kind of wasteful to just create 1. So I'll just make some of our clubs here lucky. That means that they have a small chance of adding malt or giving you money. Ooh, Swashbuckler adds a sell value of all other owned jokers to malt. And of course we have egg, which will constantly increase, so that'll constantly benefit Swashbuckler and any temperance cards we find. Okay, decent mix of jokers for the moment. We will ride this into the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and still chase flushes. Of course, right now we have an elevated count of hearts specifically because of all the diamonds we've been converting. But if we see more diamonds, I'm going to use this moon card and convert them into clubs as well. All played face cards become gold. That means that if you have them in your hand at the end of a round, you will get money. This earns you money per discard so long as you don't use any discards. And this is another thing that will give us lucky cards. I suppose I'll buy this. And then we'll open another tarot card pack to see if we can get any money or anything. I can get $20. Convert things into diamonds. Convert things into hearts. I think I'll go ahead and use this to convert things into clubs now. We will nab one of the hearts as well. Because eventually I think I would prefer to make everything black and blue, I suppose. And then we'll just go ahead and double our money. We'll get a free $20 because it maxes out at 20. Now we do have kind of an economy building joker in Swashbuckler, where as the egg sees rounds, Swashbuckler gets stronger. So if I take this, we'll add a whopping 9 malt to Swashbuckler across 3 rounds. But we lose playing one of our hands every round, which I think is too much of a detriment to us. So we'll press on. And I guess I'll just let the banana and the ice cream fade away naturally. We'll hang on to Riff Raff for now still, until we see a joker that really brings down the house or whatever. I see 3 9s right away, so we could try for a full house instead of a flush. The problem is full house is 40 by 4 and a flush is 65 by 8. So substantially stronger still chasing flushes. Now, we have substantially more hearts and clubs in our deck than we do spades, even though we have more spades in our hand right now. So I think I'm going to try for a flush on hearts still. And we got a ton of spades, so put in my mouth. Oh, and look at this. Guess it doesn't matter how many hearts you have in your deck if you can't pull any. Our banana is still safe. The ice cream will be sticking around for another 17 hands, apparently. The Fool card lets us create another Hermit card because we just used it. So this is basically a free $20. Not free, it costs $3, but 20 is substantially more than 3, so I don't mind wasting that cost. I will spend $4 to see what kind of jokers we have. This joker gains money for each card sold, resets when boss blind is defeated. I'm saying because we could technically use Riffraff to give us a bunch of cards to sell. But it would really only be 1 or 2 jokers per blind. So this would only go up about a max of like 1.5, which isn't really worth it. So I'll just go ahead and skip these and we'll play our next round. All spades are debuffed. Kind of a good thing. I've been ignoring spades for the most part. I'm gonna see which of these leans more heavily. It looks like hearts wins. So I guess I'll scrap everything that isn't a heart. We get flushes on hearts. I don't really like relying on flushes for the duration of a run. It's just harder to guarantee that you can play multiple flushes because you have to kind of discard a lot to get 5 of whatever suit you're after. Reroll the boss blind one time. This is sometimes clutch if you're facing a blind you just are not well equipped for. Again, I'll get the Arcana pack. This is just a good way to kind of manipulate your deck or also get finances online. So this creates 2 tarot cards. We do have a card here that I haven't used yet. We'll just go ahead and put this on more clubs. Make these lucky. Again, they have a chance to add malt, or they have a chance to get you money when played. Very low chances though. They almost never happen, it feels like. And then I'll just use the Emperor to create 2 more cards. Convert to spades and turn into a wild card so it ignores the suit. Suppose that's not too bad. Could reroll for more jokers, but I feel pretty set with what we have for the moment. 28 and 15 malt is pretty good. I do hope to see an X malt joker soon so that these numbers can be multiplied once they're added, but we got a good source of malt. We have a pretty decent source of chips between these 2 jokers here. Eventually this banana is going to be destroyed and this ice cream is going to go away, but Riffraff should supply us with more jokers that hopefully will be decent, but because they're only common quality, it's not very likely. Adds a voucher to the next shop. I don't really want to skip for that either. There's not really all that much I'd like to skip for most of the time. So our full deck now contains only 6 diamonds. I would like to convert those into one of the other 3 suits, namely one of the black suits. But I could start converting hearts into those suits as well, but it seems kind of wasteful. I think I'd rather save to convert my diamonds. So we will chase spades for now, just because we have 3 and we get 5 here. We're just barely getting over the blind with 1 hand. Green Joker's good if you can manage to not discard. This is usually good for lower card count hands, so if you're playing like a high card build and you see this early, you can definitely get your malt online pretty quickly. So say in your first 3 antes you see this, or your first 3 blinds in the first ante, you could get Green Joker and just play high cards, and even though they don't score very high, every time you play one, this will score more and more and more, just because every time you play, it will be adding to your multiplier value. Rinse and repeat though, we will open an Arcana pack. We get another Temperance, which sees $33 right now, which is incredible. And I guess we'll just use this because I can't actually take it or anything. I was hoping to see if I could use either of these. I guess I could use the wild card one on a heart card, but not really Not really enamored with that, so we'll just get our money. $33. Now this does give us some buying power, so I could elect to reroll the shop and see what kind of jokers we would get. Judgment creates a random joker. Played cards with club suit give 7 malt when scored, so this will benefit us because of how many clubs we've been making. 16. The poker hand is a straight flush, create a random spectral card. We're probably never going to do that. Although if we convert things into similar suits, we'll have duplicates of certain numbers. So like right now, we have 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. So we could, you know, have a higher chance of getting 2s and 4s and 5s all together to make a straight of 1 suit. Same thing for hearts. We have 10, 10, 9, 9. That's only 2 duplicates though in a row. Oh no, an 8 or 7, 7. So 7, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. So same thing. You could get a jack 10, 9, 8, 7 or 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 pretty easily on hearts. Interesting. But I wouldn't rely on seance like ever, to be honest with you. Now, ice cream is kind of dwindling. I should really consider replacing both riffraff and ice cream at this point, especially because we kind of have the money to strong arm and look for better jokers. I would like kind of a permanent source for chips, because a foil riffraff adding 50 is not substantial enough, and ice cream dwindling is not going to benefit us in the long run. So we'll try judgment, see what we get. 3 of a kind's really not what we're after. I will buy this for the malt per club. We'll consider making straights from clubs predominantly. And then we'll re-roll again and see if any fancy jokers appear. We see green joker again. Could create planet cards, but I'm not worried. Space joker. A 1 in 4 chance to upgrade the level of your played poker hand. I will get this just because we have room for it, but we're not really playing a lot of poker hands for this to make a big difference. Again, if we're doing like a high card build where we're constantly playing high cards, a card like this is super important because a 25% chance to increase the starting value of high card would go a long way. But we'll kind of just use this to maybe supplement purchasing celestial packs. Not a great joker. We don't really have a lot of chip value right now, but I'm hopeful that the next shop will treat us a bit more kindly. So this guy likes clubs, and we have 4 clubs already. I will discard looking for a club flush, and we'll see on our numbers on the left just how much we might be hurting in the chips department. Actually, we're okay. That hand did not play for nearly as much as the previous hands with all those extra chips, but that's okay. We're still going to make our way just fine. There are 15 hearts in the deck. I think we'll still discard. I am going to keep the diamond in my hand in hopes that we pull more diamonds so that I can convert them into clubs. Or spades, rather. So we only get the 2, but that's more than we would have had. I guess I'll convert a heart as well. And we'll just play a flush of spades. This won't be worth a ton, unfortunately. I think we have a straight here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's always better to start with the highest numbers just because they're worth slightly more chips. And that gets us there. But we do need some chips online. And I played 3 hands and none of them got upgraded by Space Joker, so unfortunate there. Open an Arcana pack, see if we get any money or anything. Can create a random joker. Am I willing to scratch Space Joker for a chance at a random joker? I think I am, because we might just find ourselves a random joker anyway in the shop if we reroll enough. Splash with chips could be good, and then we can start playing lower value hands like 2 pair with some garbage cards or whatever. And this would allow us to add those to our counters. I kind of wish I had a card like this with the card I just sold. But this is more valuable to us than that card up there. Still reroll and see. Joker gains 4 chips if the played hand has exactly 4 cards. It's kind of late to get something like this online. We're 5 antes deep. I kind of need something that's just going to work with what we have. Again, $3 for an additional $20. This is an instant buy whenever you have more than $23. So we get Blue Joker again, which is a permanent source for chips, but again requires that you add a bunch of cards to your deck to get valuable. Yeah, we're really not seeing Jokers that will benefit us. Cards played previously this ante are debuffed. Oh boy. Time for some fun. Still gonna chase flushes on clubs if I'm so fortunate as to get them, even though we have debuffed cards. I'm also gonna sort by suit to make my life easier. Effective total due to blinds, yeah, 5. 5 clubs. Let's see, so I guess we'll just need... It says we'll have 10 hearts remaining to get to, so even though they don't give us as much malt, search for hearts. Or spades, though, is tempting. We'll grab every heart that isn't debuffed. Close to getting there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I see a straight in here. And on this level, we have a jack. So we'll take the jack on the high end and get a straight. Not worth a ton at all, but enough to get us there. So as a reminder, we do have increasing malt on the Swashbuckler. It gets increased by 3 every round, which isn't a ton. But this is worth double the malt of the banana. Again, the banana can expire and then provide another banana that will provide X malt, which is kind of what we're after. Again, we have free money here, $3 to get $38, so a net gain of $35. Planet cards appear more frequently in the shop. I haven't really been buying planet cards, but I guess they're cheap enough where we could start doing so. I guess I will buy this voucher to increase our chances of that. Maybe that will allow us to play lower value hands with some garbage to boost, or to get the value of splash here. Lucky cards, glass cards, or convert cards. I'll just make more lucky cards. I was gonna say more clubs into lucky cards, but we don't have that option. I'm gonna turn this into a wild card, and then we'll... Oh, yeah. Can you make a lucky wild card? I think that might overwrite. Let's see. We might have just wasted that. For science. Yep. That's okay. We'll reroll. I will get some boosts to straights and full houses. Not really worried about straight flush because they're pretty rare to get. Increases the rank of your cards by 1. Don't really have anything that is benefited by this yet, but maybe we'll have a reason to get that soon. I'm really re-rolling to look for jokers, but if we find enough planet upgrades, I will get these too. Oh boy, it's almost all planet upgrades. Not an awful thing, but not really what I'm after. I don't have to buy all these, but I'll reroll one more time. Get nothing. Alright. I guess we will proceed then. Hopefully we can get more money soon. I should chase clubs. These hearts were looking tempting for some reason. 4 spades though. Oh, we're only up to 4 again. See, this is why I don't like chasing flushes, because it'd be kind of risky hoping to get the hand you're after in one go. 3 of a kind here. Ace, king, jack, 10. You can get a queen to complete a straight there. I'm just gonna play these with some other garbage cards because they'll score with splash, but it'll still be a 3 of a kind. It'll just add these other chip values on top of everything. Again, we only need 400 points, it doesn't matter, but just trying to think about the best hands to play. I find that it's just good practice to constantly think that way. Marble Joker will allow us to create more cards, so if we see that other Joker again that is reliant on the number of cards you have in your deck, then this would benefit from this. Is it better than either of these cards though? It's tough to say. All this really does is add cards to your deck that you can then play for chips. Pardon me. So if you have something like High Card, for example, you just play one card, you can play it alongside 4 stone cards, and even without that Splash Joker that gives you credit for every card you have, it'll still play those stone cards and give you credit for all the stone cards. So you can play cards, or play hands that don't have 5 cards in them and just kind of fill them with stone cards to get extra chip values for your hands. I tend to find that that's useful. A lot of people in the community say that it's not. So I think I'm gonna still ride with it though. We'll sell the Weird Clubs Joker and we'll see if we get any benefit from stuffing our deck with stone cards. I will mention, stone cards do not add to like flushes and stuff, so you can't make a flush of 5 stone cards, unfortunately. Another thing you can do is increase the rank of stone cards and they'll turn into other cards, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, just kind of something to note. We could skip and try to get a free rare Joker. Is that better than the money we would make and the value we would add to Swashbuckler in the card we get from Marble Joker? We can afford if a rare Joker appears, so I think the answer is no. So this says every time you discard... Oh no, sorry, the boss. I was thinking of the boss blind. We can play normally here still. I was gonna say the boss blind is gonna make us that every time we discard, it will always draw 3 cards, so we're just gonna have to discard 1 singular card when we get to that. But we don't have to employ that just yet. I do still need to desperately try to play flushes though. And I get the extra lucky card in here. None of them popped off and did anything, unfortunately. Guess we'll keep updating or upgrading smaller hands. Get an Arcana pack, hopefully boost our monetary value. Get $20 for free, I guess we'll do that. See what kind of Jokers we might get. If anything like everything else has been, then we will get no Jokers. Gains 1 malt per consecutive hand played without scoring a face card. We don't really need plus malt cards at this point. It's been a rough one looking for Jokers. Okay. Maybe I should have guaranteed the rare Joker, but it could have been a rare Joker that doesn't really synergize with our build here. So after play or discard, always draw 3 cards. So ideally I would just play lower scoring hands. Looking at this, flush is still our most valuable hand at 125 times 16. We have other contenders at straight up to 13 or x13, full house at x12. And even some lower scoring ones are not nearly as valuable, but more so than they were originally. So what do we see? King, Queen, Jack, we would need 10, 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we don't really have those. We could use a strength card to increase the value of certain cards, or we can just kind of chase flushes. I think I'll elect to go for clubs this time. And I have to remember, of course, that when discarding, we only draw 3 cards, so I should just discard 1 card at a time. So we will discard spades. Of course, we pulled 2 spades, getting rid of 1 spade. And we got spades again, but that's okay, we get a flush here. So we're only going to get 3 cards back after playing this, but hopefully that's fine. Hopefully those cards are hearts. Could also play pairs and stuff, but I think we'll just keep chasing flushes and hoping for the best. We do have a flush here. And that gets us there. A little bit scary. Not being able to play 5-card hands and get 5 cards back, but a little bit useful being able to play lower scoring hands and get more cards. I really do need to get a Joker. I haven't really been seeing any Joker packs down here, I'm realizing. Maybe we could boost one of our Jokers? Didn't think so. Was hoping for money. Convert cards into spades, convert cards into diamonds, add a wild card, create tarot cards they don't have room for. I guess we'll make more lucky clubs. And increases the value. I mean, I don't really think we need this. I guess I'll just create new cards in hopes of money cards. Here we go, free $47. This will give us power when re-rolling our shop. We'll also get this voucher to maybe get polychrome jokers and stuff to show up. We're already getting stone cards at the start of all of our blinds, so I'm not really worried about keeping this. And I'm really just after X mult jokers at this point. Add a random playing card with a random seal to your hand. Joker, tarot, planet, and spectral cards can appear multiple times. Add tarot cards when opening booster packs. Not really concerned about any of these. We are just getting nothing really of use. I'm really trying to make these lower value hands as viable as the higher value ones, but I don't know if that's going to actually happen. What I wouldn't do for another temperance card to show up and give us free money. Yeah, we really can't seem to find a joker. This joker will be negative, so we can add it in addition to our jokers. I really should not be skipping, but desperate times call for desperate plays. Desperate teams, desperate plays, desperate players, or whatever. We have no diamonds, so I should not even consider diamonds here. Yeah, see, we're falling into that pitfall of relying on 5-card builds we can't build. Now I'm out of discards, so we'll just play a 3 of a kind, I guess, with some chips added in. This might be curtains here. Even with flushes and stuff, unless these lucky cards pop off and give us stuff. Well, they both gave us money to send us off into the sweet night. 7, 6, 5, 4, so close. Queen, Jack, 10. You know, it's funny, if I had that increment card, we can make a straight here. But actually, yeah, straights are worth quite a bit. So we're gonna have to play a high card here, as miserable as that is. Enhances 2 cards to mult cards, but although all the cards will get scored, it's still just gonna count as a high card though. So we'll just add, not to hearts, what am I doing? We'll add some mult to these clubs, and then we'll just play high card on this Jack of clubs, Queen, 10, and then the lucky cards, I guess. Cross your fingers, hopefully this is worth 7K. I don't think so, though. Ooh, just barely. Wow, skin of our teeth. Oh, negative green Joker. Okay, so we'll just have to try our best not to discard, which means I'm gonna have to start playing low value cards. Or rather low card hands. High card pair instead of like 5 card flushes and straights. Problem is, I need an X mult Joker, like nobody's business. We'll make a steel card. This will make it so that if this card is in our hand, it will give us a 1.5x mult, which isn't all that impressive, but better than nothing, I suppose. And I think that having those vouchers has done us some harm. Upgrade the level of the discarded poker hand each round. Yeah, see, this is doing what me buying all these planet cards is doing, so that doesn't really help us. And I think I will buy another death card, even though I sold the last one, because especially now that we can't have repeat hand types, we might have to rely on straights. So we'll start with a 2 pair with a stone card throw in. Again, we need to try to avoid using discards if possible. We have 987, which will be good for a future, or could be good for a future straight. I think now we'll just play high card, meaning that we'll just kind of play garbage cards we don't want to play. I do want to play, I want to keep the 8 of diamonds in my hand, so I'm going to keep the 987 for my potential straight. That wasn't worth very much at all. What else do we have here? Really nothing of value. 987. If I increase the value of this card, we could have 98765, which would get us the straight. And I guess we'll also increase this club card because... Never mind. I guess we'll play a flush because I thought that was the rank increase card for some reason, and it's the card that converts the left cards into your right cards. So hopefully whatever card I just threw away there wasn't anything too important to me. We need to make 12,000 on a pair. I don't think that that's going to happen. Well, let's find out. Oh, we sure did. Okay, thank goodness. And of course, I'm limited because I don't want to discard anymore now, because Green Joker benefits from only playing hands, not throwing them away. Yeah, we're just seeing so many cards that... And we're not even seeing Joker packs in the shop. I'm not sure why that is. Is that what the deck I took does? Where do I see that? Collection decks. We're doing Nebula deck, Zodiac deck. Extra cards in the shop. Planet cards appear more frequently. Okay, so we're just seeing cards constantly because of those. That doesn't explain the packs, though. The cards appear more in the shop, not the packs. Rerolls cost $2 left. $10, and then I spend $3 and then $4. And then I run out of money. Or I play 5, 6, 7. And then can't afford anything. I guess I will get this voucher with how often we're desperately re-rolling. I just need one X-Malt Joker, man. When blind is selected, gain 3 hands and lose all discards. This is a better card than Marble Joker. We can't afford it even selling Marble Joker. I think we need to sell Marble Joker and splash, though. I'm impressed that this banana has lasted this long. To be perfectly honest with you. So now when the blind starts, we can't discard at all. We'll just get extra hands to play, which will allow us to boost Green Joker. Problem is we'll have to find hands to play, which is the troublesome part. We have 2 pair here and a stone card. That's half of our value right away. We have a single pair here. This won't be worth nearly as much, I don't think, but we've got hands to burn. Full house right away. This will be worth quite a bit. Finally got rid of the banana. Now, what are the odds that we actually see the replacement banana? Probably pretty slim. There is a jumbo buffoon pack here that we cannot afford. Kind of tempted to get rid of Green Joker in favor of potentially better Joker. Because we got Green Joker too late to really build it, it feels. But now we can build Green Joker because we have Burglar. If I sell Egg for mucho money, we will lose the value of Swashbuckler. I think we're just gonna full send and try to get ourselves some good Jokers because this ain't it, to say the least. This will be a replacement Chips Joker, which we were lacking. And then I think I just need to reroll for... Why is this $6? I need to reroll for better Jokers. All planet cards, celestial packs in the shop are free and also adds 10 malt. This replaces the banana. This does not replace this does not replace Swashbuckler just yet. And I don't think we're going to, because this shop has not been giving us any high value Jokers. So this might just be curtains then. I needed to try to make a big move like that though, because without X Malt we've been drowning, and this game, or this run's just not really giving us the option for X Malt. We did have that one that says if you discard jacks or whatever, but we only have 3 jacks in our deck, so, or 4 rather still, so it wouldn't really have benefited us to do that. Yeah, I mean, I think there's officially no hope. 112 chips and 10 malt and 7 malt. It's not gonna do it. Not going to do it. But we'll try our very best. So what's worth a lot now? 2 pair is actually worth a decent amount for what it is. That's kind of it. I guess we could just play a garbage hand and hope for another pair. What does 2 pair get us here? 11. Yeah, okay, so that's not gonna cut it. We almost have a flush, so if I play another garbage hand, maybe we'll get a flush to play. We do get the flush. Will it be enough to save anything? I don't think so. 9,000. That's worth even less than our 2 pair somehow. I'm perplexed by that. Yeah, see, that was worth 12,000. Why are the 2 pair worth more? Probably because of the added chips. But yeah, there's really nothing I can do. We'll play another garbage hand in hopes of 2 pair, I guess, but... Oh, we have a full house. Will this get us there? Signs point to no. Unfortunate. Well, that was yet another attempt at winning a Balatro run. I don't think I won a single run on these videos, but I promise that we win them sometimes on stream. I thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content or anything like it, please check out the other videos on my channel. We post videos like Balatro and other roguelikes and many other games as often as possible. I thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I hope you take care. Bye now.